Hi, I'm Samantha Sanchez, the State Administrator of the United States' first virtual legal advice clinic, which was called Online TN Justice. Our clinic was well received in my state of Tennessee, and this model of service has now been adopted in these states across the U.S. It's called ABA Free Legal Answers, and it's helping volunteer attorneys provide pro bono legal advice to low-income residents in their state through a secure site on the internet. If your state has a site and you're interested in volunteering, this video is a brief introduction to help you feel comfortable navigating your state's site as a volunteer. Let's get started. We'll start on the national homepage, where volunteer attorneys and site users can find their state site by clicking the state residence. Since I'm from Tennessee, we'll head over to the Tennessee homepage for this demonstration. Once you're on a state's homepage, you can click Volunteer Attorney Registration in order to become a volunteer with the site. You'll be taken to an attorney agreement that you can read to make sure you agree with what will happen with the site. And once you click I agree, you'll be taken to the page where you can secure your account. To secure your account, you'll put in an email address, which will become your username. So every time you sign in, you'll use that same email address. You can use a password that you establish, 8 to 15 characters, and don't forget the lowercase letter, uppercase letter, and the number symbol. We'll also ask you for a couple of pieces of information in order for us to help you find that password if you happen to forget it. We'll ask you to tell us a little bit about you as the volunteer, and especially tell us about your license, because we need all volunteers with the site to be authorized in their state to provide pro bono advice. After you've told us a little bit about who you are, you'll hit Next, and that'll take you to a page notifying you that the state administrator has been sent your information in order to confirm you as a volunteer attorney with the site. Again, they're checking to make sure that you're authorized in your state to provide pro bono advice. Let's assume the state administrator found you were authorized to provide pro bono in your state. They'll notify you when your account is active, so let's head back to the home page so you can see what it looks like to log in. Click the Sign In button and you'll be redirected to a page where you can enter your login information. On this page, under I am an attorney, enter the information that you set up when you registered your account. When you enter that information, hit Login, and you'll see a prompt asking you to confirm that you're authorized to give pro bono advice in your state. When you click Yes, you'll be taken into your account and you'll see your home page. Let's start with the available question queue. This is where the questions users post are listed. From here, you'll select what questions you'd like to answer. You see several levels of details here to help you make your selection. And you can even sort and filter questions too. If you filter questions, you'll only see questions from the categories that you choose. And that'll help you feel more comfortable if you're only answering questions from a certain area of the law. Those will be the only questions that you see. A filter will stay engaged until you choose to clear it. Using the information that you see on the list, you can decide to preview a question to help you determine if you want to answer it by clicking here. When you click Preview, you'll get a little bit more information than you had before, such as the description of the deadline, and with some of the question listed here, you can decide if it's one that you would like to take. If you would like to take it, click See Full Question and make the decision that you want to answer this question. From here, you will see that you have 3 options. You can answer now, answer later, or if you decide this wasn't the right question for you, you can return this question. You'll notice that on this page, you have the client's name as well as their county of residence to help you with your answer. Let's return this question to the queue and look at questions that our demonstration attorney has already taken, such as this one, which the subject is collections. You see that there's a new box here to indicate that they have a new response to a question that they've already answered. Here's the original question. The attorney gave this response. The client answered their inquiry, and the client also gave them a little bit more information. The attorney can now reply and provide additional information here, and even upload photos or files that you want in order to help the client understand more about the advice you're giving them. You can save as a draft, submit, or cancel. When you're canceled, you'll see that the question's waiting for you. Let's go look at other questions. This question is in a draft stage, and so by clicking on it, you can see that this attorney has already started to answer the question, but maybe they had to take a client call or do something different. So their draft is saved until they can return and answer it. Let's go back to the home page one more time and see what it looks like when a client provides an image with their question. So in this one, the client has actually provided a copy of the lease that they're talking about in their question. That's to help you understand what you're dealing with a little bit better when the person is seeking advice. They can also upload photos. So that gives you more information when you're ready to reply to this person. In this situation, you've given a first response. You can also give a second response or ask for additional questions. But every time you provide a response to someone, you have a decision to make. After you submit that response, you decide whether or not you're going to allow that person to reply any further by leaving the question open, or if you've given all the advice that you can, you're going to hit Mark as Closed. And that tells the client that you have no more information to provide to them. They'll know this and they'll be able to take a survey about using the site as soon as you close the question. Okay, we have reviewed how to take and answer questions, but what else can we do on the site? We can see a question history of all questions you've previously answered. We have a profile page where you can update your information, such as a new email address or new work information. The FAQ tab is going to let you see questions that have been asked by attorneys to state administrators, so you can learn from their experiences. Training and resources is a place where you can see resources to help you answer user questions, training videos, links to vetted information that are going to help you answer questions. It's a great place to head if you're new to public interest law and you would like to feel more comfortable answering client questions. There's also Log My Hours. This is a place where you can indicate how much time you've spent researching and answering questions on the site. If you're in a state where pro bono time qualifies for CLE credit, your state administrator can use your hours to submit to the CLE Commission to help you earn CLE credit. That's it. We've viewed the whole site and we looked at some of the easy things to use. Thank you so much for your interest in becoming a volunteer with the website. And you'll realize that once you start answering questions, you might become addicted to helping so many people with legal advice. Thanks so much and welcome to Free Legal Answers.